Okay, this is our updated video for using easy HTMLQ. So here I just literally started by just Googling HTMLQ 2 because I knew there was a 2.0, and if we scroll through we'll see the GitHub and Sean Banaszak's name. He's the one who has been doing all the work on KenQ and this easy HTMLQ. So we're going to click here, right? And when we do that, we'll end up here. So this is our github.com address. So it's Sean Banasak and then easy HTMLQ. And you want to make sure that you start at the right place. And now if we scroll down through all of these different versions, we'll see easy HTMLQ version 2, and this is the most recent version, right? And we're going to also download the EQ Configurator, which will help you not have to do some HTMLQ programming type things. The EQ Configurator is what they call a GUI interface, not GUI like ooey gooey, but GUI GUI. So we're going to start here and we're going to download our HTMLQ version 2.0. I'm going to start off, you can see that I have downloaded it previously, but we're just going to download it right here into the downloads file. I'm going to do that because it's actually a zip file, and then we'll have to unzip it. So the easy HTMLQ, because it runs on any browser really, right? There's not a specific operating system, so you don't have to download a special version for Windows versus Apple iOS, Linux. So here, if we just click on our downloaded file, right, inside we just see the HTMLQ 2.03 file folder. So I've already basically extracted this just by clicking it open, right? And I'm just going to, for easy's sake, I'm going to just come over here. Here's a picture of one of my horses, and I'm going to create a new folder, right? And I'm going to call it, right, KenQ easy HTMLQ, because I'm really very original. And now I'm just going to drag this folder right into this folder that's on my desktop. And if we open this version of HTMLQ, and if you've used this software before, you'll see that what's inside looks pretty familiar, right? And of course, because we downloaded today, May 11th, all of the files have the date May 11th, 2021. So, and of course then I can go up and I can delete this from my downloads, but I'm not going to worry about that at this moment. So I'm going to come back over here, right, and I can just click on the EQ configure, and that brings me to this page, also in Sean's folder on GitHub, and now I can just simply scroll down, right, and here we see that we have to download either Mac OS, Windows Portable, which I assume means you put it on a flash drive, or Linux. So I have a Windows machine, and I'm just going to download the Windows installer, and you can see that it's right. I've downloaded this before, but again, this is just for demonstration purposes, so you can't download it too many times. And while it's downloading, if you continue to scroll down, you'll see that there are screenshots right here on our web page that basically walks us through how to set up an online QSort project. Right? And this is kind of the preview about what this kind of GUI interface looks like. Right? And there is, right, complete guide, so we'll just keep scrolling down. here's our installation instructions, and you notice that my software keeps my computer secure, which I happen to use Norton. It tells me that it requires attention, and that's because I've just downloaded an executable file. And so, of course, it's pretty freaked out about that, but that's okay. Right, so I'm going to click on my downloaded file, and just like it says here, right, it's going to tell you that, right, it's going to give you some kind of warning, right, so Windows protected your PC, blah, 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 right, and so if we look, oh, it should tell, right, so click run anyway, where the hell is our run, where is our run anyway, right, so here, if we click down here, right, we can, it walks us through this, right, so click more info, oh, that's right, and then say run anyway, right, so we know what this is not some crazy software that's going to do something bad to our computer. And remember that I downloaded this, right, into, where I put it, nope, that's my, so here it is in my downloads, right, and there is my setup executable file, and it should be currently running. We'll see. So while we wait for my computer to do that, right, here we are, right, click on more information, run anyway, and then there's also instructions for, right, installing this software on an Apple system or, right, a Linux kind of system, and I don't know quite why this isn't running, so we'll click on this again. There we go. And of course my software has run this program anyway. It's good to have software, right, that keeps our computers secure, but sometimes we need to know how to go around that kind of system. So we can close this. Here is my installation happening, right? And while that slowly does that, we can come back over here, right? And there's some other information, right, on how to uninstall, etc. So if we scroll up, let's see, I guess it doesn't tell us any other important information. All right. Oh, it's still working on it. I'm just going to close this. And we're waiting for it to install. And we're still waiting for it to do something here. Let's see if we, all the things on my desktop. So don't see our, oh, here we go. So now we are in our easy HTMLQ configurator, right, which makes it much easier, right, again, to set up all the setup files. So if we come over here, right, we can kind of leaf through, right? And this tells us, right, the beginning of what we already did, which was to download HTMLQ. But you notice that there's some additional information. Let's see where we are. So, yep, oh look, on a desktop folder, just like we did, right? So we've downloaded our version